Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here, as you guys can see up on the screen. Today we're going to be doing an LEC jersey tier list. This is something I did last year that I think went pretty well. It's like a fun video that, we get so caught up in all the bad news, the good news, all the debates and the discussion. Everyone's, throwing crap all over the place, all the hot takes, everything. I think it's fun and exciting to take a step back and talk about the jerseys, the uniforms, that type of stuff every once in a while. And at the end of the day, I really like jerseys. You guys see, like, I have this 100 Thieves jersey hanging up. I have a pretty big jersey collection. I have a Team Liquid Bjergsen jersey, a K-Corp Reckless jersey on the way. I really think the esports jerseys merch, all that stuff is really cool. So I think it's fun to talk about and get your guys' opinions on as well. I was thinking about doing like a full Western team jersey tier list, but a lot of the LCS teams, I don't think have really made their 2022 jersey announcements yet, since the season hasn't officially started for them. So we'll just start with the LEC. This should be fun. Definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate that a ton. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content, and check out the first link in the description below for the new merch we just dropped a couple of weeks ago. I would appreciate that a ton. With that being said, let's get right into this. I know right here, this is, first of all, a tier list that somebody else made, so all these pictures aren't even updated, but at least there's a picture for each team. We'll be going off that. Then I have this list of all the jerseys. This is from Darius from the Shot Caller. He posted this on Twitter, like what he thinks. So at least we'll have a close-up picture of all the teams' new jerseys and stuff to go off of, and then we'll kind of go from there. So starting at the bottom, I know he had this in the F tier as well, and I do kind of agree with that. This Excel jersey, we'll show it right here. It says like XL, it has EE on the left side, it has this big JD circle. I think it looks really, like, I don't know, something about it is like off-centered or just looks weird and bad. Also, the giant circle JD, like, I don't even know what that is, but I don't know. I really wouldn't want to wear it. And at the end of the day, it's kind of what I'm basing this off of, like, how cool does it look? Could I wear it? Would I want to wear it? Do I want to own it? Obviously, as much as, you don't want to factor in, like, the coolness of like the team brand or anything, I think that always factors in a little bit, with jersey and stuff as well. Excel is a team that I kind of like. They're a team that I've been saying a lot of good things about this offseason and everything, but man, I think this jersey is really ugly, and I don't want it at all. My next one in the F tier, I did not mean to zoom in like that on that, but my next one up in the F tier, just one more, I agree with Darius once again, is going to be SK. I actually kind of like their jerseys before. When they have the white jerseys with like the pink T-Mobile, I think that can actually look pretty cool. And T-Mobile's like a sponsor we see on soccer jerseys, and it's a sponsor that's not super like weird or eye-catching to see on a jersey at this point. But again, this jersey they have here on the left with Gilius, I mean, like, the logo's so scrunched up together in the middle. That looks really weird to me. I don't really like the black. I don't really like just the giant T and then like the SK and another logo and stuff. I don't like how it looks. I don't like how it's set up. I think the pink trim is like kind of cool and could potentially be a decent idea. But I like these a lot less than the previous SK jerseys. And again, I just think this is really ugly. Something about how the logos are set up doesn't really look that appealing to me, and I don't really care for this jersey that much. Next, getting into the C tier, I wanted to put Fnatic. I know a lot of people have been kind of critical about their jersey this season. Here we go, this black, it has the ASOS, which again, I don't really know what that means. I don't think it looks that cool. It's not like a cool brand. It's not necessarily anything that like stands out to me there. Yes, it has the Fnatic, but it's just plain black. The BMW is kind of cool, Fnatic's kind of cool, but it's just like a really basic normal jersey, and I think that's what a lot of other people are saying as well, which isn't necessarily a problem. I mean, it's pretty clean. It's not like necessarily ugly like some of the jerseys I have in the F tier or anything like that, but it just doesn't stand out to me in any way. I'm not like, oh, I want that, or oh, I need that, or oh, I gotta have that one. And the Fnatic, it doesn't really pop. It doesn't really stand out to me. So I don't necessarily love this one. I don't think it's an amazing jersey, but it's not bad. It's not ugly, anything like that. My other one in the C tier I have a lot of the same issues with, and this is Mad Lions. This is here with Elyoya. I think this jersey's a little bit cooler than the Fnatic one, maybe. I kind of like the white. I think it overall looks pretty clean. But again, nothing, like, the Mad Lions logo doesn't stick out to me. It doesn't pop. There's nothing that interesting there. If I was like a big Mad Lions fan, I don't feel like this is super clean, unique, different, creative, cool, really in any specific way. In this picture specifically, the yellow of the Mad Lions logo is even kind of hard to see. It doesn't really stand out that much. The sponsors aren't that cool. I don't know, maybe they're cooler brands or whatever over in Europe, but they're not really anything that stand out to me that much. And yeah, it's not a great Mad Lions jersey to me. So that's why I think it's a little bit lower on the tier list. Next up, getting into the B tier, I want to go with this Astralis jersey. This is one that Darius has in the S tier, and I don't hate it. I actually like it a lot. For me to be saying it's a good Astralis jersey, that must say something, because I really don't like Astralis the org that much. I think I have a ton of problems with what they do in the offseason. I have a ton of problems with their rosters and everything. So to have an Astralis jersey this high, it must be pretty cool. If I'm actually considering buying it or wearing it or whatever. But I like that it has Astralis big. It has the Astralis logo. Maybe it's because they struggle to get sponsors to take up more space in their jerseys. I don't know for sure. But I like the blue. I like the design. I like the blue red. I think they have a lot of cool stuff going on there. I think the jersey actually looks decent. Again, it's not one that I'm like, oh, I want to buy that. I need that. That's so cool. But overall, I was surprisingly happy with an Astralis jersey, which again for me is enough to pop it up into the B tier. And then in the B tier as well, I want to go with this Misfits jersey. And I know this is one that a lot of people are going to have a lot of mixed opinions and stuff about. Here we have Video in this Misfits jersey. It's very different. And to me, that's a good thing. I mean, when you look at a lot of these jerseys, none of them really stand out. If there was one that stands out in this bunch, it's definitely this Misfits jersey. And maybe it's a little bit ugly. Maybe all the wavy lines kind of hurt your eyes and it's a little bit hard to look at. But I like it. I like that it's different. I like that it's unique. And I like that it's kind of interesting. If they just went with a basic regular black jersey with some red trim or something, I would probably have it lower down on this list. To me, this stands out. And for somebody that's looking for something unique or, maybe a little design or a little stylish, whatever, I think this could fit the mold. And I think things that are kind of like random, weird like that are a little bit in right now and are kind of cool. So I actually don't hate this jersey. I would consider even moving it up to the A tier. But yeah, I don't know. It hurts my eyes a little bit to look at. But I think they're going in the right direction. I like that they at least tried something different. And I don't think it entirely lands, but I think it does look pretty cool. And I don't really have too many problems with it, to be honest, which I think overall is pretty good. And then I wanted to go with Vitality. Now Darius has this white jersey with perks in it, but that's not really the jersey I've been seeing them most in. The jersey I've been seeing them most in is this black one, with like the white and yellow lines all over it that all the players have been wearing in a lot of their stuff. And I think this one's pretty cool. I like all the different lines and designs. I like the Vitality. I like how they have the logo here. Adidas is cool. They have a lot of good stuff there. Yeah, I don't know. It maybe has a little bit too much going on, like yellow and white and the black, and also Vitality still is just not a super cool team or brand to me at this point yet, so maybe that's holding me back a little bit there. I don't know. I like this jersey. I think it's a little bit different, but I still don't love it necessarily, so that's why I have it in the B tier. Then in the A tier, I think this Rogue jersey is really cool. Like, he has it in the C tier or something, I think, maybe the B tier, but I think this Rogue jersey is cool. I like the Rogue. I like the line through the G into the O. I like the Rogue logo with the Rogue. It's a lot of just Rogue. If I was a Rogue fan, I think it's pretty cool. I like how it's colored. It's got some colors on the trim too. It still has a design on it, a pattern. Overall, I think this is cool. I think it's pretty clean and just good. I think this is just overall a very, very solid jersey. And then my other jersey in the A tier is Team BDS. Obviously a new org, new team, trying to work on their branding and stuff. I think this jersey is cool. I love the text that they chose for the BDS. I don't know if we can actually, is this gonna work? I tried to zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I really, really like this. It's clean, it's simple, there's not a lot going on. Again, I don't know if they don't have a ton of sponsors yet or what. You get the BDS logo, you get Team BDS, you get the pink and blue, I think looks really cool. I think the text looks cool. Maybe I'm putting it a little bit high, but I think it's a cool jersey. I think it's a really, really clean, cool jersey I could definitely see myself wearing. But to me, overall, I think the LEC had a really rough year in terms of jerseys. Overall, I don't think a lot of these jerseys are that cool. I don't think a lot of them are that interesting. I think the LEC has been doing pretty bad in terms of like branding, merch, design, all that stuff. I think the LCS does way stronger in that department. Some of the teams, again, the LCS is struggling its fair share as well, but overall I think they're doing decent. But the only jersey that really stood out to me as cool this year, and one that I was really considering getting, is this G2 jersey. Now I think this one is pretty sick. Obviously the video that came out with it was really cool. I know you can't really see it. I'm gonna just kind of cut off here, but the video that went with it was obviously insane. It was an insane announcement. That Carlos, said that they broke records. They sold it right away. But to me here, the G2 logo is featured so much. You have this big line leading right up to the logo. The G2 logo's in your face, and they still have their sponsors all over. They still get Red Bull. They still get BMW. They still get Logitech. They still have their stuff on the side. So they're a team with a ton of sponsors who still finds a way to, show off all their sponsors and stuff, but still really showcase the G2 logo, the G2 brand, and how strong it is. When you look at something like Mad Lions or Fnatic, that's just not the case. They're not getting that same focus, that focal point of their team. And, if I was a G2 fan, I want to be rocking some G2 stuff, not, Seat or not ASOS or whatever. And I think that's really cool that G2 is able to accomplish all that at once. Now, I do think it looks very similar to last year's jersey, which I don't love. I wish maybe they'd go in more of a different or unique direction. But again, so overall, I think this is by far the coolest jersey in the LEC. And it's the one that stands out to me the most. And it's the one where, if I had to pick one jersey to own from this LEC collection, I would definitely be going with the G2 jersey. And it's really, in my opinion, not that close. I really think there's a gap between kind of the S tier and the A tier here. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the LEC jerseys this season. Which ones do you love? Which ones do you hate? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, save today, and all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.